Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video I do hitorigoto, which is talking to myself basically. And then today I'm going to talk about the um, Noto Peninsula earthquake, which it occurred on January 1st, 2024, and then it has been all over the news, at least in Japan, and then some of my friends contacted me from the overseas, so I think the overseas media also covered the major earthquake that took place. So the reason that I'm sharing this one is because when that happened, I was really close to the origin of the earthquake. It occurred at the Noto Peninsula, which is in Ishikawa Prefectures. And if you're not familiar with Ishikawa prefectures, then Kanazawa is in the Ishikawa prefectures. And when that happened, I was in Toyama prefectures, but which is right next to Ishikawa prefectures. And the earthquake is shaking. It was really, really strong. So this is how it happened, the entire thing. So my friend visited Japan, and then we decided to go on a trip based on his after Japan trip. We came up with this plan that we would come to Toyama, and then we're gonna go to Ishikawa. And on the first day of January, we arrived at the Toyama around 1 p.m. And then we stayed at the Anna Crown Plaza Hotel. We probably checked in around 1:30 or 2, and we walked around neighborhood a little bit. But when I uh, when I go on a trip, I don't really want to spend so much time like walking around and exploring. If anything, I just want to get lazy, and then I want to drink a lot of waters and everything. So by before 4 p.m., I was basically asking my friend, can we just go back in the hotel and then get some rest and relax and then do nothing and be lazy? And he was okay with it, so we did. And we got some waters and everything before we went back to the hotel. Around 4:10, because we had the room on the 14th or 15th floor of the hotel, and it's a corner room, and then with the mountain views, so it was really fantastic view and everything. And then the room size is really actually big enough. So when I was like looking over the window and enjoying, not really enjoying, it was a bit cloudy, but still like looking over the cities and looking at the mountains, I realized that the group of the birds are like flying, circling away and everything, and I felt a little bit weird. And then soon after that, we felt the earthquake, which is really a big one. And then for my friend who doesn't live in Japan, he really has experienced any earthquake. Of course, it really shocked him, and I'm sure it scared him as well. But to me, it was okay. With the first one, the second one is really different. It was very huge, and it was shaking so long, and we could hear that entire building is shaking, not crashing, but like when things are really shaking, there's like not crunchy noise. I don't know how to explain it in English. And it was a long earthquake. Probably it took like 2 minutes or 3 minutes and so on. Um, I could feel that he was scared, and I told him that it's okay. And then, very interesting thing is that he was starting recording when that was actually happening. So later on, he gave me the video and the footage, and we could hear the building is shaking and cracking. Those people who know me in person, and when I see you guys in person someday, I will let you watch the video. You can really tell how big the earthquake was, even though we are in Toyama prefectures, which is close to Ishikawa prefectures, but not really. We are in the Ishikawa prefectures, but which still like with the level of the earthquake we experienced, according to the media, was like 5 point plus kind of level thing. And of course, we are at the higher floor, so we felt more shaking and everything, and it took longer. My friend is really worried. And I started already calculating what to do because, first of all, it's not safe to move out of the room right away. And if anything, because of the big, strong earthquake, I suspected that the elevator should be already stopped working. And then soon afterwards, the hotel made announcement, and only in Japanese, unfortunately, that elevator has been suspended. If you're in your rooms, do not move. But please open the door a little bit, and then we will update you. That's what they said. And I translated everything in English, and then we turned on the TV, and then just so many news came in. And one of the impressive things about Japanese media is that they're really trying to inform everyone. And then I realized that they started to broadcasting information in different languages, which is really helpful. But there is a map of Japan, and then the tsunami warning, and also it's not like just a warning. It says tsunami is actually happening, and the estimate meter and everything. I could really already feel that this is not the usual big earthquake. I could feel unease from my friend. And then in my head, I was already calculating that, which means the Shinkansen is already stopped working. Other things that we need to consider. And then he was asking me what to do. Should we go down? Should we call the front desk? But I told him that any information that they have should be probably the same thing that we do. And then based on the media, that how it's reacting, nobody knows what's going on, what's going to be happening. And right now in our room, we have air conditioner on, we have water, we have bed, we have power. It's better to stay here. But I told him later on that I would actually tell him that we're gonna get out of the hotel, not like hotel, but like go down the lobby if there would be any strong earthquake as big as the initial second one, because which really indicates that it's gonna be a chain reaction of the big earthquake like Fukushima one. That was really the indicator, and that was really the thing that I would make a decision based on. And we are encountering the very uncertainty, and we need to gather as much information as possible. Most of the information were available in Japanese, so I started to consuming and looking for more information to start making decisions around multiple scenarios and so on. Anna Clump Plaza Hotel in Toyama, they did a fantastic job. If you happen to visit Toyama, I highly recommend the hotel because the hotel staff were very helpful. They're very professional, and soon afterwards, they are broadcasting that they are checking all the equipments and everything, but they just don't know when the elevator they can resume the operations. And also they said that they're preparing some small light meals and then the water for all the guests. And then Later on, they actually came and stopped by our room and then give us onigiri and then water, apologizing for inconvenience, which is not their fault. Nobody could foreseen this one, and it's not their fault that the elevator just got stopped because it's an automatic system, and then it's not something that they can just resume on their own. But one fortunate thing is that nobody was in the elevators when this happened. When they're visiting our room, I asked them that if we want to go out, what's the options? He says that since the elevator is not working, the stairs are the only options. But to ensure your safety, we're gonna escort you. So please call the front desk. Based on how they did, since the elevator is not working, they just climb all the way up to 14th, 20th floors and then just give all the things by one for each rooms, which is really amazing. And they didn't really show any worrisome. If anything, they really gave us a comfort and so on. So they're very professional, and we really appreciate them everything. So now we have a lot of uncertainties and after earthquakes, and then because I already told him that my friend that this is the protocol that we're gonna follow, we're not gonna any move, and but the convenience store is right in front of our hotel, and I could see that so many cars are coming in and then leaving, which means people are start doing a panic buying. And then even though we really appreciate the little meals that a hotel prepared, that was really not enough, and we have no idea how long it could last. The lucky thing is that because we bought water on the way back to the hotel before the earthquake, so we have enough water. So I made a selfless decisions. I called the front desk, asking them to give me permissions to go down the lobby and go out. And then they told me that, okay, we're gonna escort you. So a guy came up all the way to the high floors and then escorted us down to the entrance. It was the first time and hopefully the last time that I would actually have to use the stairs in the hotel. It was adventurous, and it was fortunate that an earthquake really didn't happen when we were climbing up and climbing down. By the time we got to the convenience store, most of the onigiri and then waters are gone. So I was right that people doing a panic buying, but there were some still foods in the village that we could actually buy, and we went back to the hotel. And meanwhile, so many cars are start arriving and leaving. It was in a way kind of crazy. Yeah. So we came back to the hotel. They offered to escort us up to the floor, which is like 14th or 15th floor. And I don't want them to do so. It's already too much. And there's so many people at the lobby. And then amazing that that's all of the staff shows the very professional, very calm, and very comforting. So I told them that we came down, so we know the way up there. So we went back, we ate, and then now we need to make some plans and everything because originally after Toyama we are supposed to go to Kaga Katayama Onsen in Ishikawa Prefecture, and then my friends are supposed to fly out of Komatsu Airport in Ishikawa to Taiwan. But when I was keep seeing the news that the Kaga area has been affected, it's right next to the lake and also close to the sea. So I had a feeling that we wouldn't be able to go, and we have no idea when the Shinkansen is going to be resumed. And I was planning to call the hotel in Kaga to check the situations, but before doing so, they called me on January 2nd in the morning saying that the entire facility is severely damaged, and then they're in a situation, they're not in conditions to welcome any new guests. I asked them if everything, all the guests and then their staff are okay, and they said they're okay. They sincerely apologizing. I just simply told them that don't worry about it. But now, on top of all the situations, here's the thing. So because my friends took a long trip in Japan this time, so he puts a lot of stuff in his luggage, and he shipped from the hotel in Tokyo to the Kaga Ryokan. Here's a interesting thing. Initially, the hotel in Tokyo kind of messed up because they said that it's okay to ship it on January 1st from the hotel. Then on January 2nd at the Kaga Hotel, we can receive the luggage. But I think they messed up a little bit, and then I think they didn't ship it on time. So I had to sort it out everything to make sure that it could arrive on January 2nd, which I did on January 1st before the earthquake. One good thing is that my friends did everything under my name, so they kept calling me, which is a good thing. If he put his Hong Kong numbers and everything, it would be much worse case scenario. By the time the hotel called, they already managed everything. However, they're not sure if he can arrive on time on January 2nd because of the earthquake and everything. I kept checking everything online. His luggage is in Haneda. At this point, nothing is unsure. That's on January 1st. So as soon as the call center opens on January 2nd, I called them, asked them to track everything. If anything, don't ship it to Ishikawa. We're going to go back and pick it up in Tokyo because I think it's safe for him to fly out of Japan ASAP. But they need to track town. So they said that they're going to call me back. Meanwhile, next things that we need to consider is how to get out of Toyama, because a lot of buses are suspended, no way to go to the airports, Shinkansen stopped. It was so crazy. And when I tried to get the Shinkansen tickets by using the app and online and everything, on the January 2nd, everything was not accessible because they don't know when they can resume the Shinkansen on that day. So we offered him, we asked my friend that let's just go to the Toyama station to see how it goes. And maybe talking to them directly might give us some idea. By the time we got there, Toyama station so crazy, full of people panicking, queuing, and nobody knows when the Shinkansen is resumed. And also there's after earthquake. And then I just simply changed the plan. I booked the free seats tickets for Shinkansen on January 3rd because that's the latest that I can get. Most of them already sold out. They don't have any reserved seats or anything like that. So which I did. And we came back to the hotel, asked the hotel to let us stay extra night, which is they're nice enough to let us do so. And now, after all the coordinations and everything with the delivery company, it's been confirmed that it's still in Haneda. I asked him to just pull out of his luggage from the storage in Haneda and then ship it to somewhere in Tokyo so to pick it up. And then they ask how it looks like, which I never thought that they would ask me because everything is with the numbers and everything, but it's a January 2nd. In Japan from January 1st and 3rd, It's one of the biggest, very important holidays, and people are not really supposed to work. And I think nobody's ready for this one. Nobody expected, so we briefly gave them how his luggage looks like, and they said that they're gonna do their best to look for it, but we have to go through one by one. Yeah, I feel so bad. And then we talked what's the schedule, because everything is based on his luggage. Then we can make a decisions. I already get the free seats Shinkansen tickets for the January 3rd. We can stay on the hotel extra night. That's okay. But here's the thing. There's no way for him to go to Taiwan on January 3rd. I think, yeah. So as soon as we locate and then confirm that we can pick it up from Kabukicho in Shinjuku in Tokyo, my friends are calling the airplane companies and then reschedules and everything. He was kind of like debating whether he should go back to Hong Kong directly or he should just continue his vacations going to Taiwan. And I said that we went through a lot. We couldn't really sleep well because of the, after like earthquake keeps happening, you really need time to refresh, relax. And he agreed. And then he was originally supposed to fly to Taipei from Haneda, but since he missed one day, he just decided to fly to Kaohsiung directly from Narita Airport on January 3rd. The reason that why he had to pick Narita is because there's no direct flight from Haneda to Kaohsiung in Taiwan. And it was all before we know the incident in Haneda that took place on January 2nd. Basically, what happened is the JAL and then aircraft for Japan Coast Guard got crashed. The aircraft on fire. Everyone is safe, but five out of 6 people on the aircraft for the Japan Coast Guard passed away. One person is critically injured. It's just so crazy to see everything. And Haneda Airport got shut down. They canceled a lot of flights. It's just such a coincidence that my friend decided to fly from Narita to Kaohsiung. On that night, January 2nd, I asked him that can we just go to Toyama stations to check it out, and talking to the person at the service center directly in person, there's a possibility that by then a lot of people sorted out their tickets and then there might be reserved seats, because it's more than 2 hours from Toyama to Tokyo, and if anything it's better to just have the reserved seats, which we did and which we got. So everything in the end worked out really well. We went back to Kabukicho, Shinjuku, picked up his luggage. I asked him that just go to a hotel right next to Narita right away, stay there, take it easy, and then fly out of Japan. Do nothing extra, because anything could have happened by now based on how everything has been crazy. So here's the thing. Originally, after this trip, I was gonna go to Kanazawa for myself alone. I was still debating if I should go, because Kanazawa is really close to the Noto Peninsula. I mean, Kanazawa and Noto are in the same prefectures anyway. I'm a little bit worried about that, but really. Anyway, basically, I think after I took care of everything, I felt relief. So I just purchased the Shinkansen, and then right after my friend got the luggage back, I went to Kanazawa. So the reason that why I had to go back to Tokyo with my friend is because his luggage, everything is under my name, my number. So I had to show up, pick it up with him. But I think after everything, I think I was high. So I came to Kanazawa. Kanazawa station was so crazy. So many people, and it was the first time ever that I encountered that there's just so people can get some refunds because of this, but they Kanazawa station couldn't do the refund in cash because they run out of cash at the stations because they've been doing the refunds in cash, and they just don't have enough cash at the stations anymore, which is so crazy. But the Kanazawa city itself is very calm, quiet, safe, and this is one of the hotel in Kanazawa. A lot of shops are closed, but I found some cafes and everything. I had a coffee, talked to them. If anything, of course they felt a big earthquake, but nothing is bad, nothing to worry, which is good to hear. But yeah, it's to see what it is and how it is on the media, how different it is. It's just quite give me a very mixed feelings. Anyway, the battery is running out of it, so I'm just gonna let me finish this one. So what I want to say is that anything could happen. Life is full of uncertainty, so be ready for it. But first thing, if you're healthy, you have enough energy to get through everything. So please take care of yourself and a happy new year 2024. I really wish you guys a very good new year ahead of this year. So for now, じゃあね、バイバイ。